So I just wanted to take a few minutes today to talk about sustainability. One of the things that I see so many times with people that want to get into shape is you see them go from not going to the gym 1 day a week. They haven't been to the gym in 6 months, they've been paying for their membership, and then one day they decide that they want to get into shape, and then you see them at the gym for 2 to 3 hours a day. They're eating perfectly, they're not going out with their friends, and I love the idea behind it. I think it's great. I think people are super passionate about what they want. The only problem is if you change everything all at once, you are bound to go back to what you were doing before. So I think that if you actually make changes in a way that you can sustain them, if you do something different every week, if you add something to what you're doing that's going to improve your life, you're so much more likely to actually keep doing what you're doing. No one is going to keep going to the gym 2 or 3 hours a day. Okay, maybe like 5 people will do it. But for instance, I go to the gym 3 days a week. I'm there for maybe an hour, usually 45 minutes. I'm usually rushing. I'm on my way to work. Occasionally Brett writes me workouts where I have to go 4 times a week. I really have trouble keeping those up. I can do it for maybe 4 to 6 weeks, but I just don't have that much time. So, which is better? Going to the gym so much that you burn yourself out and you can't keep up with it and you quit and you don't go at all, or going 3 times a week. Going 3 times a week is better than not going at all. And if you're extremely effective, then it's going to work. But if you go for 3 hours for 2 weeks and then you give up, it's not going to be something that you can sustain. So when you have a goal and when your goal is to get into shape, I think one thing to really think about is how much you're willing to dedicate. And to get into a new habit, I think it's totally fair to say that making one habit a week might be all that's sustainable. I recently had somebody write me and they really wanted to get back into shape, and we were talking about their diet, and I said, you know what, I don't want to get into diet with you at all. All I want you to do is to keep a food log. He was really surprised that that was the one thing that I wanted him to do. But my feeling is that if he keeps a food log, he ups his level of awareness, and that opens it up to doing other things. So make it sustainable. Think about what you can actually commit to, and maybe do a tiny bit less that week. Make sure that it's something that you can adhere to. Get used to doing that. Make room in your life for that before you try to change everything else. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. It doesn't have to take over your life. It will mean making changes, but the more gradual the changes that you make, the more likely you are to keep them up. So when you're making a change, make it something that you can actually do for a long time. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful Monday.